Good afternoon. Today is April 10th, 2026. I'm recording at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Temperature outside is 71 degrees. No chance of rain. Skies are beautiful. I was out there earlier. Humidity 35%, and winds out of the southwest at 2 miles an hour. So, topic of today's video is kind of a reflection on a week of doing this. I figured we would go through some. I actually wrote some notes as opposed to being impromptu today to try to give that some intentionality. Um, so, we're going to go through where I am with the channel and some of the things that I'm wrestling with and thinking about. All right, so I have my show topics doc up, and so I have them here at the bottom, my notes. This is going to be my thumbnail for this video. So first order of business is we're down to 2. So I took the next set of notes for these things are in green. And with the exception of this one, so this was the conversation in cars one that came up. Um, this one's probably in number 1 right now. Between that and me doing things around the house. So I haven't really broke this down before, so we'll do that now. The pro of this, and probably the biggest pro, is I didn't really pick it. A lot of times when I feel like I'm trying to do something for the Lord, this is how it happens. So the way this came about, if you didn't see, is I just jumped on and video myself driving in the car, going to work one morning, and I didn't even think and realize the connection that I was driving until after I had posted it. And this was one way the spirit kind of hit me and said, "Hey, look here." So that really is putting it at the top of my mind. Then, as this is probably what we should do with this thing. Um, I also like the fact that it's an open format. So it's able to be more free. I can talk about things that I see on TLC, some of the things that I'm struggling with. Um, uh, the Yeah, and I like that. That's kind of how I tried to be. I tried to allow myself to be as open as I can to the spirit, so that it can lead me. And so, yeah, the con for this is that oftentimes I'm at my most vulnerable, as we kind of saw the other day. And when I'm vulnerable and going through those things, it brings the opportunity for something to be misspoken, which, if I had to point to one thing that's caused me the most hardship, it's my mouth. I say things that oftentimes hurt people or myself, and if I'm going to be doing this, I've learned over the years with some wisdom and some hard lessons that uh, I I try to be slow to respond, especially when I'm in these situations. But I can also rely on the spirit to kind of let me know, uh, to keep my mouth shut and for certain things, and so then that would be me trusting the spirit to guide me and to do that. But that's a pretty big con. Another con that I literally just thought of is I likely won't be able to plan and provide intentionality to, which is something that I have really been trying to do with the things that I do. I want to be intentioned, and put my full effort into the thing, and not be flagrant and flip it about the things, to actually put forth the effort and the work. The second one is in the yard. So that's what I spent the morning doing. Was trying to gather some film. I cut the grass. Went over my lawnmower. So there's some the cool thing about this is it opened up several different um, pathways and doorways in terms of projects, in terms of showing how I try to be open to the spirit. And one of those things is the lawnmower. It needs a lot of maintenance and repairs. And so, um, my, I don't, so my, do I buy a new one? Do I fix it up on the channel? That could be something. Um, uh, we'll need to do research on film editing software. So there'll be a lot more work that I need to do, which I'm not opposed to. Although I'll discuss in a minute kind of where I'm at in terms of my headspace with the channel. But I'd have to do some research on that. Try to get some advice on what type of editing software and even how to do it. I've never gone through and like I had some envisions of me doing fast forwarding the uh, the film so that I can shorten up some of these long. Like, it takes me about 45 minutes to cut the grass. It takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours if I'm weed whacking. So I would need to condense that down in order to do this. So uh, also, we're already 1 week into the season. The thing about gardening and that stuff, I can't do it on my own time. You have to work with the season, and so we're already behind schedule on that one for it. I wanted to address this real quick with Grim and the savings throws. I've really enjoyed doing that. It's been really fun. But like Grim dropped another one last night, and me and my wife were celebrating some good news. Um, I thought I was going to have a big tax bill, and come to find out, we're not going to have a big tax bill. So we were we were celebrating last night, and that's why I did not wake up for Chris's stream, and yeah, so I wasn't there to talk to Chris, and I did watch it. I just actually finished it before I recorded. Um, but yeah, and Grim, you are the genesis of my channel already. Your question about how do I know when the spirit is leading me has brought us to this point. This is my attempt to answer that question, because it's not like a black and white thing. There's many ways in which I try to be receptive to what the spirit has to say, and for me, it's in several different avenues and ways. And so, no matter what we do, it's going to be focused around that. So yeah, and I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. I wouldn't mind if anybody else grabbed it and did it. I really like the way it kind of weaves the channels together, and it's super fun. Kind of being a soldier for the general. Um, So the Bible one's kind of fallen off. I think I told you guys that I reread that, but there's people that do it. I'm not a biblical scholar, which does bring a sense of kind of whatever. But yeah, I think that one's just going to be. I'm going to continue to study myself and in times, but doing it here, I think there's I don't think that's going to be. And the What I Want series, again, super interesting, and I think it would be able to fit around but I don't feel like that's where we're being led here. So that's where we're at with that. All right, so we're going to go through kind of where my head is, and after a week of doing this, so I went back and looked. 7 days was my first post. If you don't include the goofy shorts, not really goofy, but the shorts of me making the brew. Um, it's been 7 days since my first post, so I wanted to kind of let you guys know where my head is. So uh, the thing that hit me this morning is OG Rose, Luke, and Ethan all dropped videos in the last 24 hours, and they're not short. I believe altogether the content something like 4 hours of content. I tried to listen to Daniel and Michelle talk. It seemed to be right in line with what I'm doing here. And the topic was, you know, having the right offering and being in the right place to make the offering acceptable. So I think it needed. I tried to listen while I was taping for the garden section on the show, and I. That's not to say I didn't glean something from it, but I wasn't able to give it the attention I think it deserved and would require for it to be, um, you know, used in my life. And it kind of made me sad. Made me a little sad that I was going to do this thing and that I'm committed and I got to hurry up and do the savings throws too and all that stuff. So, um, and then immediately after me feeling sad, I asked myself if I was being selfish because if I'm doing this and if I'm doing it, and it's a right offering, then I should be putting my full effort into it. And then something else that came up was I'm pretty tired. My back's sore. I wouldn't say that I feel recharged after doing the stuff that I've done for the last couple days doing this. So, and then how is that going to impact me when I go back to the hospital and start my three of the next four? Um, so we'll see how I do. I do have Sunday, so I'll work Saturday. I'll be off Sunday, and I'll have an opportunity to rest then. I'm also going to rest this afternoon. I'm going to watch the Masters. I got it recording now, so yeah. And then my mind's constantly running with ideas about my channel, and I'm wondering if I'm placing it too high in my stack. I want to make sure I have this thing rightly ordered. Um, and I actually mentioned here that, but if I'm being led by the Spirit, shouldn't I give everything I have to give to this thing? Um, you know, I've probably struggled with that for most of my professional career in trying to rightly place because it's important what we do in the hospitals and making sure that I do it well and rightly. You need to give it everything you got. So should I be doing that with this too? Um, I don't know. Um, I don't know yet. That's something I'll have to. But I don't also want to rob from Peter to pay Paul, right? I want to make sure that I'm still giving because I know that is something I'm definitely supposed to be doing. This one's a little bit more gray, so I want to make sure that whatever I do here doesn't impact that. So how I'm properly discerning that the Spirit is moving in me. Should I change my prayer pattern? I've been over the last, I would say since Lent, my prayers, I've kind of brought it down. I primarily only say the Lord's Prayer. What I have found in doing that has been super interesting. I have found that it seems to work for whatever the situation is that I'm praying for. Uh, I will be brought to a certain place of the Lord's Prayer where it will answer kind of the question whether it's attempting to help bring in the kingdom for His glory, or whether I need grace to be forgiven for a mishap or a sin. It also gives me it tells me that I need to also offer that. So it's been pretty amazing to see that. But I would say over the last 2 days, as I've been doing this and want to make sure that I'm rightly placed in this, that my prayers have been expanding a little bit more, to be a little bit more specific to this. Um, so, and I have heard some voices, but it's probably, I wouldn't say voices. I've heard the voice, but it's been, stop, don't do that, don't share that, don't do this while you're on screen. Um, as a fledgling member of the sacred order of sharing too much on the internet, I want to be open and transparent, but I the for whatever reason, I get certain things that I've thought about or considered doing, and the Lord says, "Don't do that." And the thought process that comes in there is, my grace should be sufficient, uh, and so that's why I think He's offering me that direction. And then we talked a little bit about this already with Daniel and Michelle, talking about a proper offering for the sacrifice, and the Spirit reminded me on things that I am not to do on camera, because this isn't for me. It is for the Spirit. So this is me saying that this isn't mine. Um, this is His, and I want to make sure that in what I'm doing, I'm offering an opportunity for the kingdom of heaven to be here on earth, and that I am nothing more than a vessel. And so I want to make sure that I'm doing that rightly, which does add to some of the pressure of making sure that I do it rightly and I don't fall flat on my face while I am on said mission. All right. So I just want to thank everybody for coming along on the journey. Um, it's it's been fun. I hope I'm not sending the wrong message. It's been super fun. It's been really cool to actually create something as opposed to just fixing something, which is where I typically like to go. Um, and I like how it's boiling down. So I don't know. What I'd like to do is do just a little bit of a pullback. How many videos do I got out now? I want to say I got out like six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be the eighth video in 7 days. So I think what I might do is just pull back for a little bit. I won't be, because I'll be working. I won't be able to jump on Chris's streams, but we'll see. Um, maybe I'll be led to do it. Now we do have on the schedule, so I will do something by Thursday of next week, because remember, that's when I flipped up the schedule. I don't know. Because I do have a bunch of video from the garden stuff, so maybe in the next week I'll put together a video for that. With all the stuff that I got, I used both of my phones to capture the footage. I haven't even listened to it, uh, which actually brings up one more thing. It is so weird seeing myself and listening to myself talk. Um, on the live streams, we're engaging. And so even though I've been doing the live streams for a little while now, I'm um yeah, this because sometimes I'll listen to myself multiple times. One of the things I don't like about the YouTube thing is that in order to see the comments, if I don't catch the notification, if I just say I'm going through my YouTube channel part of the thing, in order to see the comments, I gotta click on the video and it restarts the video. And I, my, my wife looked at me the other day, like, "What are you doing watching your video again?" So yeah, I don't like that aspect of it. I still have a ton more to learn, as well, around this stuff, so, I think I'm just gonna take a pullback, in an effort to make sure that, I stay grounded for one, that I discern I'm given some time to discern what the Spirit's doing, and recharge and kinda hit all those things, so yeah, so I'll definitely do something by Thursday, unless, well, Lord willing, we'll schedule that out for that. And yeah, yeah. So thanks. It's been really fun, and I hope it's given you something, as it's given me something. Thanks.